Well, I suppose the most important message I wanted to get across was really to say sorry to my family, friends, colleagues, and constituents. Very clearly, I should not have swapped points with my ex-wife. You should accept responsibility for what you do. It was a very stupid thing to do, and I very much regret doing it. I'm very sorry that I did do it. And that, of course, is the grounds of this particular offence. But there were also a lot of hurt that I inflicted on my family and on my ex-wife, which explains some of the behaviour that's gone on since. And I'm very sorry for that as well.
And people should believe you this time because you're admitting to having been a liar.
I think a lot of people understand that you can start with making a fairly small mistake, or what seems to be a very small mistake, and things spin out of control. And at any given point, it seems crazy that what is on the face of it, without realizing the full legal consequences, a fairly trivial issue of exchanging speeding points with your wife can spin into this massive, devastating set of consequences for family, for career, and for everything that you really care about. And I think that's one of the things where I had to basically say, this has got to stop, and I'm determined now just to put that behind me and say, I made a mistake, but I should have done that earlier.
And what made you change your mind? Why did you change your plea to guilty?
I changed my plea really for two reasons. One was that I did not want to go and perjure myself in a court. I think that there's an enormous difference between saying something. After all, we all, I think, to get through life, have some experience of occasionally what people call white lies, but you don't go into court and you don't perjure yourself, and that, I think, is very fundamental. And the second thing is I'd very much hoped that by doing that I could spare some of the bloodiness in terms of the family. I did not want to go into court and have a battle over character or anything else with the mother of my three lovely children, and that's something that I felt very strongly. The closer I got to court, I really didn't want to do. So those were the two reasons.
But you didn't spare your family a lot of agony, did you? And excruciating details of your texts with your son have come out from court. Any sense that you might be at peace with relations with your family one day?
Well, I certainly very much hope that obviously the process of healing in the relationships, which have been very strained in the family, will proceed now that this is slowly getting behind us. And I absolutely feel that this whole process has intruded on family relationships, which can be very hurtful in a way that was one of the things that made me feel very strongly. I didn't want to put even more out there in a court case.